Oh, come on. You know, does it have to be this hard? Do we have to be kind of lackadaisical in our warring here, guys? Come on. There we go. Oh, I don't know. I think it's time for me to, I don't know, get out and get some sun. Well, what's going on, folks? Let me apologize in advance, all right? Yeah, what am I apologizing for? Well, you know what I'm apologizing for. I'm apologizing for subjecting you to such horrible content, okay? So let's just get that out of the way. New folks, I especially apologize to you. I don't know what deity you've made a little bit angry that have pointed you in this direction, but let's go ahead and just accept the punishment as we go for a ride on the VSETT 10 Plus. Where are we going today? Well, like a lot of things in my life, and maybe a lot in yours, we're really headed nowhere. No plan, we're just drifting along with the wind, struggling to maintain some sort of morality in our presence of this earth. Worthy of nothing good, but well, as you can see, things are going pretty good for me right now, and I definitely am not worthy, so. Anyway, thanks for looking. Now, no, I can, look, I've heard you, all right? I already hear what you're saying. Oh, Ruger, where's the e-bike at? Well, there's a story in regards to the wired freedom, and guess what? I'm not gonna tell it today, but I can show you in a picture. Yeah, what do you think of that? So obviously, I still ride the wired freedom. And since this is one of those rare moments when I felt like making a video, well, we're stuck with the VSETT 10, and frankly, not a bad consolation prize, if you ask me. Anyway, let's get business out of the way. It's Monday. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Temperature's probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess 78 to 81 degrees, somewhere around there. I say probably closer to 80, because if it wasn't, I probably have a jacket on, right? You don't see no jacket here, do you? Yeah, no jacket. And we're riding over to Cactus Park just because it's just where I wound up. But yeah, the bike, we're gonna talk about that in a separate video. All right, it's gonna be a whole different video, and I know you're thinking, scratching your head saying, wait a minute, Ruger, it sounds like you're almost planning future videos. And well, you know, hey, that's what you're hearing. That just might be what I'm saying. Looks like they're getting the pool ready for summer, which is kind of nice, you know. I used to swim in public pools, you know, park pools when I was younger. And you know, back in those days, those were dangerous times. They're dangerous times for a couple reasons. Number one, you didn't have a cell phone. Yeah, you just wake up in the morning, you have your breakfast on a Saturday or even a summer's day where there was no school. You say goodbye to your parents, if they were even around, and you took off. No cell phone. And if you took off to the local park pool, well, there's a whole nother element of danger there. That was back in the days, folks, when they used to have high dives. That's right, high dives. And that's what I lived for. I lived for that high dive, you know, cannonballing, diving. It was a 12-foot pool. I was all of maybe 7, 8 years old, and all of us kids would have a line snaking to that high dive from the point of exit to the pool, right back into line to get on that fun and absolutely liberating apparatus. Nowadays, I'm not really sure that they have high dives, right? You almost have to be you know, some sort of a sanctioned, parental gifted swimmer athlete to even have access to one, of course, unless you make your own. But looking at this pool over here, which I can't really turn my body off, folks, sadly, I see no high dive. Anyway, many ways of the world, you know, just how it is. Seatbelt laws, all that fun stuff. Listen to me extolling the negatives of society trying to make you and I feel safe, right? Hey, I'm wearing gloves. Believe it or not, guys, I'm wearing a helmet. I know you can't see me. The goal of this channel is you may never see me unless it's in a, you know, maybe a small reflective window. Why is that, you wonder? You may wonder why I never show up on video. At least not on this channel. I have before. But this channel, I don't know. I've come to have a distaste for the vanity of the social media world. You know, where you got some person sitting there parakeeting into their phone. And I say parakeeting, you know, parakeets, you always put a window in their cage so that they can look at themselves. And I don't want anything to do with that anymore. You know, first of all, I'm not good looking at all, so it'd scare the heck out of most of you. You have to protect your kids. I'd have to put some sort of, you know, parental guardianship on my videos if I stick my mug in it, so that's a problem. But it's really just the vanity. You know, I feel like I could get through with people with my voice further than I could with my looks. And a lot of people you see parakeeting into their phones on social media are what? Well, they're generally probably good-looking people, and they know it. So, hey, why not flaunt it if you got it? But pride, I don't know, pride can be a kind of a hollow pursuit. There's nothing wrong with feeling good about doing good, but you know, it rolls into pride, too much pride. I mean, I think eventually the bill's gonna come due, guys. So that's just why you will not see me in these videos. And I forgot actually where I was talking. I forgot where I even started. But we were talking about safety and high dives and all that fun stuff. See, you know, again, I apologize for you folks that wound up here. You can't seem to hit the back button. Maybe your mouse died. You're sitting at a home computer, your mouse died, and you're clicking the heck out of it. Running around searching for batteries, and hear my voice still goes. You just turn the sound down until you get the mouse, or just shut the whole computer off and I'll get out of your head. But some of you gluttons for punishment, and you know, most of you probably have some sort of issue, are probably sticking around listening to me continuing to talk. You know, the VSETT 10, even at my elder age, it's still such a joy to ride. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't ride it that much. I really don't. I don't. So I don't know why I don't. But it's one of these things where all I do is, like, I don't know, some morning I'll just open my garage, right? And I just go tool around the block a couple times, you know. I do it really, and I'm doing it for battery maintenance and just get my head in the wind a little bit. So I don't really ride it that much, but I forget when I do get on it for longer periods, you know, how much fun it is. You know, at my age, it's good to keep balance. It's good to, you know, just keep exercising the things that, you know, I've been given in this life, and that is that of balance, coordination, you know, my love for speed and acceleration, you know. Anyway, riding over here, this is called Moon Valley High School. No, it is not one that I attended. Oops, I just lost my phone. How about that? Oh, yeah, VSETT's got brakes, doesn't it? It has got brakes if you've ever seen it. Look at this phone. Oh my gosh, look, I found a cell phone. Oh, wait a minute, it's mine. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this part of the video out, so don't worry about it. You'll never see this embarrassing, you know, humiliating ordeal that I'm dealing with. Truly traumatic. So we'll get that edited out. Don't worry about it. Oh, and off we go, guys. Anyway, high school right here. No, I didn't attend this one. Some of you regular victims of this channel might think things like, you know, Ruger, why have you not been making videos? I mean, yeah, you started out all this and that, and, you know, just you know, littering the landscape with your trash, and all of a sudden you stop littering. Well, as I've said before, you know, I'm retired. I'm very fortunate, not even deserving of an early retirement, but somehow I found myself retired. And I thought I was gonna play around in these videos and, you know, sit on the beach with the Mai Tais and, you know, sit down there in Mexico, kick it, right? Just a life of leisure. Well, folks, let me tell you something. This doesn't go for everybody. This just goes for me, okay? A life of leisure to me started to ring hollow. It did. I know. You're scratching your head. You're sitting there at your job, which you hate. It sucks. You're like, man, I'd give anything, dude. Anything to not have to be here. But I found through time that leisure just becomes hollow. You rifle through a bunch of hobbies. You can only sit on the beach and chase alcoholism so far, right? You can only repair so many things that are physical in your life that need attention. Eventually, all that stuff gets fixed. You can only spend your way into happiness so far before, for me, it's just me, guys, that hollowness starts to rear its ugly head. The law of diminishing returns starts to shine incredibly bright. Oh, somebody got some dogs over there. They sound like little poochies, don't they? So, you know, after 4 years of retirement, I think, to be honest with you folks, I just had enough. I just had enough. I needed to put myself back into some sort of a service. And that's what I've done. Put myself into a service of a community. I'm not gonna go into any details of that, but it's given me some structure to where, once again, I have an appreciation for the times when I'm not in service, right? I start valuing times that, you know, I can take advantage of versus take for granted of. I guess I'm just not the best person for retirement. I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm sure a lot of you say, oh man, you get me there, I'll deal with the Mai Tais on the beach for the remainder of my days. And if that works for you, oh man, go for it, go after it. But for me, it just didn't work. So I guess what I'm taking an awful long time to say, guys, is I'm not making many videos anymore because I'm not as time rich as I was before. And that's by choice. That's by choice. By the way, folks, let me, while we're here, I don't think I've covered this before. We'll cover it now. And if I have covered it before, well, guess what? You watch reruns, you can watch this rerun. This is the best burger joint pretty much in my locale. Circle back around. Yeah, there it is. Lenny's. Yeah. 30 years I've been coming here. I usually get the same thing over and over again. So if you're ever in Phoenix, look up Lenny's, and I highly recommend you give it a shot. Of course, by me building it up like that and recommending it so hard, I mean, it's gonna do nothing but leave disappointment in the hearts that try it now. So I apologize for that. It's kind of like when somebody says to you, hey, you want to hear a funny joke? They've already let you down by assuming that you're going to find it funny. You don't even announce that you're telling a joke. You just say it, leave it out there on the plate, and let them decide whether they want to eat it or not, right? Anyway, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It didn't take us that long. I'm not even sure how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be like 10 seconds. Oh, no. That's how long the average viewer is gonna look at the video. gotta keep it real, baby. Anyway, Ruger's Last Resort, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about the wired freedom and the trauma that has inflicted upon me, the rider. And you know, I appreciate you watching, and as always, if the weather's nice, the sun's shining, and you got the ability, get out there and enjoy it. Talk to you later.